Katie Bock, please stand, Katie. Daughter of Dr. Jim and Valerie Bock, please stand. First time seeing Dr. Rock, he's shy. And Ben Miller. Ben is the son of Roger and Rachel Miller. Katie, please come forward.
I apologize ahead of time to Mrs. Higgins. There are a lot of E-verbs in this speech. Okay, so this is graduation, which is kind of a big deal. And I have it on good authority that the next speech is going to be a live performance by Kanye, so I'm going to talk quickly. Meridian High School is so good. I mean, we've got this tight community around us that supported us from before we were old enough to be in school. Mr. Rogers hasn't got anything on this place. And we couldn't see that as much when we were younger. In elementary school and middle school, everything is pretty structured, the rules are really solid, and not to mention that 8-year-olds aren't really the most observant people in the world. So, we didn't have a lot of choices, and so we couldn't choose to belong. But then we made it here, where teachers went by first names and nicknames and initials, and upperclassmen roamed the hallways. Masters of this place we freshmen had only just entered. And there were lots of choices, from those in the lunch line to those class decisions presented us by the frode man we knew as Al. Some of us took a foreign language and some of us took business. We took music classes and food classes, and we got to drive with TK because he, above all others, didn't want a bunch of yahoos on the road. And we learned that if you sit very, very quietly with your hands over your head, the tornado might leave you alone. And we learned that when all else fails, we might as well just go crazy and factor. We became a part of this close family, and even after tonight, we were set loose from the structure of school. We'll still belong. When we come back, little things will have changed. Who's in what room, how the baseball team is shaping up, whose name is on the record board. But we will have a part in it. We'll know exactly where Kish got kicked in the nose and what was painted on the front doors of the school. We'll know that there's no way that the mayhem is as hardcore as we were. The teachers will recognize us, and we'll know that our class was so much cooler than whatever scrubs they're teaching now. This is the part where I try to thank everyone and fail miserably. So thanks parents, thanks cousins, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, teachers, coaches, band square. This is also the part where I give a shout out to Mr. Code, who tried to show all the students just how much they could do. He'd probably be only mildly surprised to see us on here today. We didn't all get along. You can't get a group of 90-some kids to all like each other. You just can't. And we haven't all had the same high school experience. But there is one thing that all of us has in common, and that's this moment right here. Our friends are here. Our family's here. The band's here. The teachers are here. The principal's here. They're all here to show their support again in this ceremony that's supposed to sum up everything that's happened and everything we are and everything we'll become. My apologies to the past. There's a lot of memories I can't fit in here, like how UDOT wins everything or how essential mini muffins are on the way to a tournament. Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Because you had to be there. That's the nature of most high school stories. You had to be there. But now we're here. And though I can't speak for my future, let alone that of anyone else's, I can say this. Wherever we end up going, whoever we end up being, there's one thing we can take comfort in. Because of this place, because of this town and this school and these families, we will always have someone to talk to. Should all of us end up living in cardboard boxes on the street, we can all look up and say, remember how Mr. Hurlbrink and Mr. Hale would sing? And we'll know that there's someone we can call who will know exactly what we mean. So help the person who challenges our knowledge of the Great Gatsby, because we know what that green light was all about. And We know that Pop Goes the Weasel is an invaluable tool in remembering the quadratic formula. We know that there's really only one kind of shoe you can wear when coaching at the state level. Meridian is so good. We're supported and loved by more people than we could ever begin to thank or count. And we can't pay that back with words. To truly show our thanks, we'll have to go out and be just as loving, just as supporting, just as there as you all were. We're indebted to you, and it's the kind of debt that takes a lifetime to repay. But since this is a speech and not a crystal ball, I'll have to settle for words right now. So to all the people who've been with us since the beginning, and everyone who's helped along the way, thanks to you, this has been something else. We are here, and the best is yet to come.
Your grandma's gonna sing everything.
Being with you for vote.